Hi, this is Wayne with Bassador Woodworking. It's very cold in the shop today, but I'm going to try to turn some cups on the lathe using plywood. In order to turn a cup out of plywood, we need to do some prep, which means we need to make some turning blanks by laminating multiple layers of plywood to make blocks big enough to turn into cups. So we're going to do that now. It is very cold in the shop today, so I'm doing this well ahead of time and I'm going to give it at least a couple of days to set completely. I'm going to be making multiple blanks out of multiple different kinds of plywood. I have some cheap plywood, I have some nicer Baltic birch plywood. To begin, I'm going to use this leftover plywood from a plyo box. These used to be the cross sections running in the center. I have a stop block set up on the radial arm saw to match the width of the board so that I'll be able to just knock out as many squares as I can. Okay, so I have them cut into squares now. They're about 4 inches square. I have enough to do a cup, and I have enough to do a short little changer ring bowl. So that'll be kind of perfect. So now it's just to slather these in glue and laminate them, and give them plenty of time to cure. Okay, so it's probably about 35 degrees in the shop right now. So I'm going to give this plenty of time to set, and while that is setting, I will cut down the other types of plywood into blanks. Once these are dry, I can then swap out the clamps and work on one set while the other one sets. I'm going to leave the heaters on in here to try to bring it a little bit more above freezing so that this glue can actually set in a halfway reasonable amount of time. I've let these ones dry for about 4.5 hours. They seem to be nice and set up. I just set another larger blank up. I'm going to let that dry while I start to get to work on these smaller ones. I also made some blanks out of a couple of 2x4s. I've done this before with varying levels of success. I think I got these clamped together better than I have in the past, so this would also, I think, make kind of a cool little cup. Okay, so I've marked a circle on each blank to use as a template. I'm now going to take it over to the bandsaw and just knock corners off just to make it easier to balance onto the lathe. Okay, I have my first blank mounted to the faceplate. I have it just glued, and I have 3 wood screws holding it in place. This should be plenty to hold it here. I'm also going to use the live center until I'm at the point where I need to bore the center hole. Okay, I have the outer dimension done and nice and sanded. I'll hit this again with sanding when I start putting some finish on it, but for right now it's perfectly good. Now I can put a drill chuck in the end stock and bore the hole in the cup. I'm going to do a combination of using a Forstner bit as well as just using a chisel to hollow out the rest of the way because I don't have a Forstner bit big enough to just make it in one pass. inside board out, and it's actually looking really good. Now I just need to sand the inside of the cup, and I put some wood filler on the outside to fill some of the gaps in the plywood because this is a cheap plywood. So next I will sand the inside and outside of the cup again. After that, we just unmount it from the faceplate and route the bottom edge to just give it a nice rounded profile. And then this cup is done. It's ready for finishing. I'll probably just coat it in a couple of coats of butcher block sealer. Cup all done. I just need to now trim the bottom off. It looks pretty great, so I think I'm going to let one coat of the butcher block sealer dry on it, and then I'll hit it with one more coat, and then it should be good to go. I'll hit it with some beeswax to finish it all off and give it a little bit of an outside coating, and then this will be good to go. And there we go. Not hard at all. It actually went really well. It's something I've done before, so I knew it would work, but these ones came out really good, even though I used really low quality plywood. I still have to turn the 2x4s and the other two blanks that I made, but I'll probably save those for a later video because it is very cold in the wood shop today, and I don't think I want to stay out here much longer to turn these. So I'll show the end results of those ones as I finish them in other videos. Thank you for watching, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with new projects as they come out. And until next time.